Good day, traders. Happy Sunday. It's Emmanuel on the screen again, Emmanuel Michael. And today is 16th of November 2025. And happy Sunday. Hope you all went to church. So, quickly, we'll be looking at the pairs, the trades that I'm interested on, the pairs I'm looking out for in this week that we are entering. And we are going to um you know walk through everything, see my setups and every single thing for the week that we are entering. So it's our weekly outlook based on what we'll be trading, entering the week. So we tend to prepare ourselves even before the week, even before the week opens. We tend to prepare ourselves well, and in that way we won't be confused entering into the new week, because we already know what we are looking out for. So without much talk, let's jump right into the video. But make sure you do like this video, subscribe if you have not subscribed, and thank you if you are subscribed. For returning viewers, thank you so much. For the new viewers, you are welcome. You are highly welcome. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and also drop your thoughts, your comments on the comment section down below. So first of all, let's check on gold. Okay, so let me go to higher time frame. So this is gold. We see that gold is pretty much on an upward trend. We are trending up, but we had these these retracements to the downside, these sells, but the trend for me is still bullish. We are still going up. So I had these points of interest the last 2 weeks, so which gold just came, kissed it, and we saw that it started moving up. It started breaking highs and respecting lows. So I won't be wasting much time on each and every pair that I'm going to be looking out. It's just simple and straightforward. Remember guys, just like I always say, always keep it simple. So gold has already mitigated a fair value gap which I marked here, which is my point of interest. It has already mitigated this fair value gap. Let me signify that it has already mitigated this fair value gap, and we are already seeing a reaction. Okay, we're already seeing a reaction from the mitigation. So we are just waiting for the right moment to enter. We are not entering now until we see like a two-leg protocol, something like this, something in this format, then we will decide to ride with the trend. We decide to continuously to buy, but for now we are just waiting for more confirmation. This is not enough, although it's a very good bullish momentum. It's a very good bullish push, but we are still waiting for much more confirmation from this. So I would mark this high, and I would want it to break this high, and yeah, I will know that we are pretty much ready to start buying. So for now we are just waiting. So let's move down to Euro USD. So we had this awesome trade last Friday, and if you haven't watched the video, I already did a detailed video of this trade, of why I entered. just go back and watch the video. Just go back and watch the video. So for Euro USD, we are still pretty much selling here. Okay, as you can see, we see that I already, have interest in selling from this point. I really have an interest of selling from this point. So it's pretty much, something that is very, very straightforward. It's just straightforward, and we are just selling from here. But let the market open first, then we'll see. I'm not sending out this signal yet. Let the market opens, and let me just see, the price action. Then I'll decide whether we'll still ride with the bears. So moving down, we have AUD USD. We have AUD USD. Let me go to higher time frame. So on the 4 hours time frame, let me go to daily time frame first. I want to show you guys something. Are you seeing a pattern right here? Are you seeing a pattern right here that the bulls are still actively in control of this trend? You can see that the bulls are still actively in control of this trend, whereby we are seeing a sweep, push up, push up, another sweep, push up. And first of all, I wanted the same pattern to repeat itself here. But we did not have this sweep here. Instead, we just mitigated this other block, or should I call it a demand zone, with enough fair value gap. Instead, we just mitigated it and started pushing up. So dropped down to 4 hours time frame, and we see that okay, we are already pushing. We are already going to the upside. Sorry, breaking highs and respecting lows, breaking highs and respecting lows. So here is a very interesting thing happened right here. A very, very interesting thing happened right here. So we have this fair value gap. We have this very huge fair value gap that the market created, and not just that, we had this liquidity pool. Let me go down to 1 hour time frame so that you see it more clearly. So we had this, should I call it a support zone, whereby we have the first touch, we have the second touch, we had the third touch. Okay, we had the first here. Let me mark it. We have the first touch here, and sorry, we had the first touch here. So many things going on my screen, sorry. And then we had the second touch right here. We also did have the third touch right here. And why all these things is happening, why all these things is going on, why all these things is going on, I already have a zone down there, which I'm seeing that this is going to be a very big liquidity pool. Okay, we had the first, second, and touch. So while all these things is going on, I already found this big fair value gap from the 4 hours time frame, and I already saw that that place is going to be a very big liquidity pool right there, whereby so many traders are buying here, so many traders are buying off of support, so many traders has their reason to buy right here, you get. And just like I said before, wherever there is a whole lot of, I know that there is going to be a whole lot of stop loss. That is where I tend to put my entry. Okay, so I was waiting for this fair value gap to be mitigated. I'm not going to buy here at all. So I was waiting for this fair value gap to be mitigated, and I also want this liquidity that is here to be swept. Let me go down to 1 hour time frame again. I was already waiting for these lows to be swept and mitigate my fair value gap. Then yes, that has confirmed my POY. And what just happened, we had a sweep of it. What just happened, we swept that low, we swept these support liquidity, we swept it. And after sweeping it, we mitigated we mitigated the fair value gap. And what happened, we had a very good reaction to the upside. That is how you know that okay, there is a liquidity lying there. After the sweep, there should always be an aggressive buying or an aggressive selling for you to confirm that yes, that the liquidity was actually being swept off of that zone. So that is exactly what happened right here. And we had that bullish momentum, have that bullish push that went on to, you know, break structure, that went on to break structure ASAP. I went on to break structure. So once I've seen this, I already confirmed it. I already say okay, what I'm looking for, it's already been confirmed. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to, look for the last sell to buy candle, which is here, that has fair value gap. If you can see here, you see that we have fair value gap right here. There's a fair value gap in between this zone. There's a fair value gap there. There's a fair value gap right there. And I just marked my zone. And should I say this is just kind of an inducement area, because so many newbie are still going to buy off of this. If I go down to 15 minutes time frame, you see the reason I said this an inducement area, because some will say this is a higher low, which they are not wrong. Okay, which they are not wrong. Some might say it's a higher low, which they are not wrong at all, at all. They are not wrong at all, at all. And some are going to be buying off of here. And where is their liquidity? Sorry. Anyway, stop loss is also liquidity. And where is their stop loss? At below here, below this place. Just like I always say, I always buy at where I know that will be a whole lot of stop loss. That is where I normally love to buy. So I already see this as an inducement area, and my entry is just below the stop loss. So once the markets open, I would love um for the markets, for the price to come down here, fill me in, and push to the upside. I can be wrong also. You get, I can have all these confluences. I can have everything that I need, everything that I need to see, everything that I need to see, um just play out the way I want it, but still the trade might still hit my stop loss. So that is just the nature of trading. That doesn't mean that I am wrong. You get, that doesn't mean that I'm wrong, but just the market has to do what it has to do. The market is always right. Anything it does, that's the right thing. So I will just journal the whole thing, and I will still repeat that same process. That was make your strategy more stronger, based on consistently repeating the whole thing consistently, doing the thing. That is discipline, constantly doing the thing, even when it is failing, even when you feel like not doing it, but you just have to do it. So that is it for AUD USD. So let's still go down to GBP JPY. There is nothing much I'm looking at. GBP JPY, there is nothing much I am expecting here. So let's move down to GBP USD. So I'm not still expecting nothing much from GBP USD. I had this trade last week. But it hit my break even. It did not hit my final take profit, which is totally fine. So, but on GU, we can see that we are pretty much bullish, based on we have this sweep. That is to show you that the buyers are in control. So we had this sweep that went on to caused a change of character and also a break of structure right here, and we have already come down to the candle that caused that break of structure. We have already come down to this. Let me just use this. Just we have already come down to here, and I see that we have already mitigated it and we are going up. So for me, there's nothing much I'm looking here. Whatever I'm just looking here is for the price to break here, for a break of structure to happen here. That's the only thing I'm looking for. Then I'll see, I'll know whether I'm going to be buying off of this zone right here, but it doesn't look that clear. But first of all, waiting for a break of structure. So yeah, that is it for GBP USD. So going down to now my final pair, which is BTC crypto, which is BTC USD. I do trade BTC USD a whole lot. I had this very fantastic trade, a 1:5. The TP was smashed, and I wanted to still continue to ride the sell, but it did not fill me in. So let me just delete this. It did not fill me in, so let me delete that. So I trade BTC a lot, and going to the higher time frame. Let me go to going to the higher time frame. I already have this point of interest. So for now, we can see that okay, BTC we are pretty much bearish. Okay, we are pretty much bearish on BTC USD. But coming down to this place, this is a demand zone for me. Let me signify that. So this is a demand zone for me, and above that demand, we had this support zone. Let me mark it. We have this support zone. If you can see it, we have this support zone whereby price bounced off of this, and when it came back to the support zone, we still bounced off of it. But I just saw this as a liquidity. Do you get? I just see it as a liquidity. That's why I placed this line here. Let me also signify that as a sweep, or should I say as a liquidity. So um I found this support zone, which I already seen that okay, it is it's going to be a liquidity hunt. There is going to be a whole lot of liquidity at the bottom of here, because we have a demand zone down here, and that is what gave me that confidence that okay, that this is going to be a sweep, that this zone is not going to hold. And what happened, we pierced through that zone and we entered into the demand zone. Then let me go over to 1 hour time frame. So when we mitigated the demand zone right here, when we mitigated the demand zone, we already saw a sweep. Let me go down to 30 minutes time frame. Let me explain better. We already saw a sweep here based on early buyers. So when we mitigated right here, early buyers came in, pushed the market up, and what happened? The stop loss got taken right here. So whenever a zone is being mitigated, always wait for a sweep. Don't go and rush and be early buyers or early sellers, because most times the stop loss always gets liquidated. So early buyers got taken out, and not just that, there's still another sweep of liquidity here, but I want to go down to smaller time frame so that you'll be able to see it. That is the whole thing with the market. You have to watch, or you have to look. It's just like telling a story. You just have to calm down and present the whole thing. Are you seeing it? There is a liquidity sweep also here. There's a sweep of liquidity here also on lower time frame. This is it. So this is already telling me that the buyers are getting in control. And what happened? We had a change of character right here ASAP. we had a change of character. Right, let me go back to 15 minutes. Sorry. So we had a change of character right there. Had a change of character right there. And what happened? The market came down to a an order block. Let me go to 30 minutes time frame. Although the order block is not that perfect, so that is the thing also with the market, is it is not always perfect. So we mitigated that other block right here, which we also swept another liquidity right here. If I go down to smaller time frame, you will see it much more clearly. We swept another liquidity to mitigate this other block. And what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for a break of this structure. I'm waiting for a break of this structure to be able to buy from here. I'm not buying right now. If the market comes down here, I'm not entering. I am not buying until I see a break of this structure first before I will decide to buy from here. So that is all for the weekly outlook. So those are the pairs, and the trades that I am waiting on. So if you find value in this video, please do make sure to like the video, also subscribe to my channel, and join my Telegram channel, because this is where I will be posting all these trades. This is where I'm going to be sharing all these trades. When I'm going to be entering, this is where I will share my stop loss, my entry, every single thing, whether I'm taking it or whether I'm not taking it. So do make sure to join the community. Let's keep on growing together. Happy Sunday, and do have a great week ahead. This is Emmanuel Michael signing out. See you in the next video, and always remember, stay liquid and stay profitable.